Oh, here we are, a couple days after Christmas, and it is pretty cold and icy here in New Jersey, and that means something important's coming up. New Year's Eve, right? Which means you have to have your list of New Year's resolutions set and ready to go. Imagine hitting your goals before most people even write their New Year's resolutions. Not because you're special, not because you're extreme, but because you stopped waiting for an arbitrary date to give you permission. January 1st has somehow become the world's most powerful excuse. I'll start then. But here's the uncomfortable truth. The calendar has never changed anyone. Action does. And today I want to talk about why starting before New Year's, before the gym rush, before the motivation posters, before the resolution graveyard, might be the smartest move you make all year long. Let's talk about why we wait and how we stop. So come along with me into the new year and join me in Chuckadelphia. Let's go. Hello everybody, welcome back to Chuckadelphia. Thank you for joining me today in Talking Fit. And today I wanted to talk to you about something very important. Every year we run the same play. New year, new me. Same promise, same excitement. Same crash by mid-January. And look, I'm not judging. I lived that cycle for many years. Many years. My God, many years. I told myself, after the holidays, that's it, I'm starting. Or, after this week. Yeah. Let me get through the weekend, then I'll start. Monday, what a great time to start. It's the first day of the week. I'll get my party in and my buffet eating out of the way over the weekend, and I'll get started. Eventually, I realized something. Waiting feels productive, but it's actually just procrastination wearing a calendar costume. January 1st isn't magical. There's no fairy that's going to show up at midnight and say, "Phew, now you love the gym and you hate cookies." A future date feels safe. It delays discomfort. It postpones responsibility. And it sustains your fear. But here's the truth. Nothing about January 1st gives you new discipline. New habits don't arrive with fireworks. They arrive with repetition. Change doesn't care about dates. It cares about decisions. And the best time to start? No, it's not next week. It's not next year. It's the moment that you decide that you're done waiting. So, if you're tired of the cycle, stop circling January on your calendar. Circle today, because the only magic date is the one where you take action. Now here's what nobody ever talks about. December is actually an advantage. Why? Gyms are quieter. Everybody's all getting ready for Hanukkah and Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. It's just a very peaceful place to be. Therefore, expectations are lower and the pressure is off. Nobody expects you to be perfect in December. And that's exactly why it's so powerful. December isn't for transformation. December is for positioning. Think about it. Most people hit pause in December. They tell themselves, I'll start up again in January. That pause creates momentum in the wrong direction. While everyone else is waiting, you can build tiny habits that make January feel effortless. Here are some small things that you can do to help make January feel effortless. Take a 10-minute walk after dinner. Remember we talked about that a few weeks ago, about how important it is to move your body after you eat. Drink 1 extra glass of water every day. Cook 1 solid, balanced meal instead of ordering takeout. Go to bed 30 minutes earlier in order to improve recovery and energy. Swap 1 sugary drink for tea or water. These aren't dramatic changes, they're anchors. They give you a foothold so when January comes, you're not starting from zero. You're already moving in the right direction. You don't need a massive goal right now. You need a foot in the door. So this is the mindset shift you gotta have. December isn't about perfection. It's about progress without pressure. It's about building confidence quietly while everyone else is waiting for fireworks on December 31st. Because when January hits, you won't be scrambling to start. You'll already have momentum. And momentum beats motivation every time. So don't waste December. Use the law. Start small. Position yourself now, because the easiest way to win January is to start before January. Step 1, pick one lane. One lane, not your whole life. One thing. Be it fitness, finances, mindset. Why one? Because trying to overhaul everything at once is the fastest way to burn out. Focus creates clarity, and clarity creates action. For me, it was movement, not perfection. Just showing up. First, I started off with swimming 5 laps, and then that led to 10 laps, and then it led to 20. Then it led to swimming a mile, and then it led to walking, then it led to lifting, and before you know it, I was building that momentum. Other examples could mean like drinking more water each day, not drinking sugary drinks, sugary sports drinks or anything like that, soda, reading 10 pages a day, saving $10 a day. And hey, if you're able to do that after a month, maybe I'll stop by and see if I can borrow some of that money. You never know. Step 2 is the 20-minute rule. Tell yourself, I'll do this for 20 minutes. That's it. Why 20 minutes? Because it's short enough to feel doable, but long enough to matter. It removes the mental weight of feeling, I have to do this forever. And if after 20 minutes you hate it, congratulations, you still won, because you showed up. And showing up beats waiting every time. Think about it. Just do small things, right? A 20-minute walk, a 20-minute budget review, a 20-minute journaling session, maybe a 20-minute phone call to communicate with somebody. Anything, just 20 minutes. That's all, right? Step 3, accountability now. Text someone, write it down, track it somewhere boring and obvious. Why boring? Because accountability isn't about aesthetics, it's about visibility. A sticky note on your fridge works much better than an app you never open. Momentum doesn't come from motivation, it comes from proof. And every time you check that box, you're proving to yourself, I do what I say. And that's how confidence is built. And here's the biggest shift you should always remember. You gotta stop making promises to your future self and start respecting your present self. Self-worth is built through action, not through intention, right? This is important because we love the idea of future promises because they feel safe. And let's dream without discomfort. But here's the truth. Your future self doesn't need another promise. Your future self needs proof. And proof only comes from what you do today. And think about it, the reason why you have to consider this is they always say that life is what happens when you're busy making plans. You may have this linear plan of where you're going to go from where you're starting to where you want to end up. And it's not just with health, it's with university. Life happens, right? People get sick, car accidents happen, all these things happen. We have imperfect days, right? The ones where you only manage a 10-minute walk. I think about the summertime, warmer weather, even in autumn, I'm able to hit the gym and then walk the dogs several times throughout the day. And my body's constantly moving. I'm doing a lot of work. I do a lot of yard work and everything. But right now, it's winter time, right? So I'm not walking as much as I normally do in other times of the year. So we have these imperfect days, these imperfect times of the year. And sometimes you just feel exhausted. Sometimes you work your body really hard and it's hard to pull yourself out of bed. And sometimes we end up doing less than ideal work, right? Maybe you want to journal an entire page, but you can only come up with one sentence. Sometimes you want to work on a project. Sometimes you have a lot of work to do and you just sit there in front of the computer, you just stare and the cursor's just blinking, See, these moments matter because they teach you something powerful. Progress beats drama, always. You don't need fireworks. You need friction. The kind that moves you forward, even when they're not glamorous. Now, I didn't change my life because I felt ready. I changed it because I stopped waiting. I started stacking my wins, one after another, until they became momentum. See, resolutions sound exciting because they live in the future. Reality happens when you act in the present. Every time you show up, even imperfectly, you're telling yourself, I'm worth the effort. And that message is louder than any New Year's resolution. I started my journey in March. I didn't start my journey on January 1st. I didn't need the New Year's resolution to get me moving. I needed that desire, So I'm telling you, stop chasing your perfect plans because life isn't perfect. Your journey will not be perfect. And start stacking the imperfect actions because confidence isn't built by dreaming about January 1st. It's built by doing something today. Here's the quiet flex. When January 1st hits, you're already in motion. While everyone else is planning, you are executing. While motivation fades, you've already built rhythm. January doesn't create momentum. Instead, December reveals who's willing to move forward without applause. So here's my challenge to you. Don't wait. Don't announce it. Don't make it dramatic. Pick one thing. Start today. Let January catch up to you. Carpe Diem, my friends. The best head start you'll ever give yourself is starting now. Thank you for watching me. Thank you for joining me here in Philadelphia. Happy New Year. Happy 2026. Carpe Diem. Let's get strong together. Ciao, ciao.